It's more than a slogan on a theme park sign. For Texans, Six Flags, it's a phrase most children hear before they've ever studied a history book. It's printed on maps, taught in schools, and stitched onto souvenirs from Amarillo to Galveston. But behind the phrase is something much heavier. A record of every foreign power that has ruled Texas soil. Spain, France, Mexico, the Republic of Texas, the United States, the Confederacy. 6 governments, each leaving a different footprint. Spain was first. In 1519, Spanish explorers claimed the region and began mapping and naming it. For nearly 300 years, Spanish control defined Texas's early identity. Missions were built, soldiers garrisoned, settlers pushed north from Mexico and the Caribbean. But Spain's grip wasn't unchallenged. In 1685, France made a brief and chaotic appearance. René Robert Cavelier, Sieur de la Salle, they landed on the Texas coast by mistake, aiming for the mouth of the Mississippi River. He built Fort St. Louis, but the colony collapsed within 3 years. Even so, the French intrusion triggered Spain's urgency to fortify the new frontier. Texas wasn't just land, it was a warning. By 1821, Mexico had gained independence and inherited Spanish claims. The new Mexican Republic controlled by Texas, and for the first time, cooperation seemed possible. Settlers from the United States were invited to populate the region, but cultural and political rifts quickly emerged. Mexico outlawed slavery. Many Texans refused. Rebellions flared. In 1836, Texas declared its own independence, becoming its own country, the Republic of Texas. For nearly a decade, it operated as a sovereign nation with embassies, treaties, its own navy, and mounting debt. But it also lived under the threat of war from Mexico and constant instability. Statehood looked safer than solitude. So, in 1845, Texas joined the Union. That decision, it lit a fuse. The Mexican-American War began months later. American troops crossed over the rivers, and the U.S. claimed the Rio Grande. A new border, a new state, and a new set of disputes about slavery that came with it. When Civil War broke out in 1861, Texas left the Union and joined the Confederacy. More than 60,000 Texans fought for the South. The state saw a few major battles, but it provided men, cattle, and supplies to the Confederate cause. After the war, it was placed under military occupation and readmitted to the Union in 1870. So the phrase 6 Flags over Texas, it isn't just historical shorthand, it's a layered symbol. In places like Arlington, Texas, actual displays show all 6 flags flown side by side. It's a visual reminder of how many hands tried to write Texas's future. Not all of them succeeded, but each left a mark. And the slogan's been commercialized, but the meaning behind it is rooted in power, pride, conquest, and compromise. Every Texan grows up hearing it. Not every Texan stops to think about what it means. And there's the theme park, 6 Flags over Texas, which opened in Arlington in 1961. It took its name from this exact history. It wasn't just clever branding, it was intentional. The original sections of the park were each themed to represent one of the 6 nations that had governed Texas. From Spanish architecture to Western outposts, the design mirrored the state's complex past. It was the first park of its kind in the South to help anchor the 6 Flags brand as a national chain. But its origin was purely Texan. These are Interesting Things with JC.